I had a request to do my video while I was actually smoking my cigar, and I'm like, threaten me with a good time, let's go. In my opinion, the correction could be over for a few reasons here. Let's look at the chart, NASDAQ 100, QQQ, and if you're truly paying deep attention, you'll realize that I have adjusted my lines a little bit after further research. You can see the Qs literally today perfectly came down to about that $480.23 a share level and popped back up. Now, if by 4 o'clock this afternoon, and it's shortly after 3 o'clock as I literally record this live, if the QQQ can close at $489.86 a share or higher, that would put in a bottoming tail. It's a chart pattern. Now I get it. Chart patterns work probably less than they don't work, so take that with a grain of salt. But as I have been sharing with you here, the underlying short-term and immediate-term fear got to overly fearful, super fearful. And again, what happens eventually, and I can't tell the future, but eventually it snaps back. Also, as I have shared with you, there has been some silver lining, and some of the underlying data in this correction has not been as fearful as the data became when we ended the correction that ended in January. So that's what they call a positive divergence. Also, as I have shared with you, in a raging bear market, which I don't think we're in a raging bear market, it's very possible that we are in a bear market, just not raging quite yet. People sell everything. And look, right? People are not selling everything right now. They're still going to defensive sectors like literally the defensive sector and real estate. So we could be in a new bear market. It's possible. I just don't think it's horrendous yet, possibly giving us more time to get out at slightly higher prices. Now, in a perfect world, if we can get back and claw back half of the gains that we have lost over the last 2.5 weeks, so in other words, from here, if we can come up about 5% in the NASDAQ 100 QQQ, I would seriously start looking at my research and looking for that position, that underlying data that tells me, hey, do I think the short-term peak has been made? The next time I think I see a short-term peak being made, I could absolutely start to sell large chunks of my positions that I've held for a year or more. So specifically here on the NASDAQ 100, QQQ still rocking that unconfirmed breakdown below about the $496 a share level, which tells me that quite easily the Qs could come back up as far as about 506. So the next bullish thing I want to see, hopefully on Monday, is a close above that 496 level, and then I want to see us close even higher the next day, hopefully Tuesday. Let's see. That would be the bullish sign. The bearish sign is that we come back down and start to break below 480. That could be really, really bullish. At that point, I would have to start to sell because I don't want to give my gains back that I've made over the last year. This is not investment advice, and if you don't know me, I'm John Crocker, professional investor, proud American, cigar lover, and owner of Crocker Capital, LLC. Bitcoin continues having trouble even closing above that $90,400 a coin level. I would love to see it happen on Monday, but I am still happy with my short-term Bitcoin trade here. Crude oil is off of the highs of the day, at least as of 2:36 this afternoon, but I am loving that it is even higher on the day. That's great. If you follow my videos, you know that I'm in this short-term oil trade where I bought just the other day. You still think I'm nuts about oil? Let me know. Now be ready for next week because Wednesday, 8:30 Eastern before the bell is CPI, consumer level inflation data. And then on Thursday, we get PPI, essentially wholesale company level inflation data. Those could make or break any little rally that we might get. So be paying attention, especially Wednesday and Thursday morning next week. If you are interested in cigars, this has been my favorite cigar for several years now. It is the Oliva Connecticut Reserve. It is the Toro size, meaning it started out anyway at 6 inches long. It is a 50 ring gauge. If you understand cigars, you know what that means. The cigar mainly, the binder and the filler is Nicaraguan tobacco. The outside is a Ecuadorian Connecticut leaf on the outside on the wrapper. So if you like cigars, there you go.